The bar on Zyrith 9 was a collection of steel, neon, and the persistent hum of anti-grav booths. Across the galaxy, it had gained a reputation as a place where traders, mercenaries, and interstellar travelers shared stories, some true, most exaggerated. Tonight, the patrons were a mix of humans, aliens, and hybrids, all nursing drinks stronger than any native beverage, laughing, shouting, and challenging one another. Humans had long been regarded as unpredictable. To most alien species, the erratic behavior, fearless aggression, and sheer audacity of humans were signs of insanity. It was a recurring joke. Earthlings, wonderfully reckless, utterly insane. That joke was about to be tested. Jax Harlow leaned against the bar, swirling a drink with a grin that was equal parts mischief and defiance. His companions, a small crew of humans, were sharing war stories of border skirmishes and outlaw confrontations, regaling alien patrons with tales of fights they had survived with barely a scratch. Nearby, a group of Zeltrons, humanoid aliens with luminous skin and multiple eyes, whispered among themselves, watching the humans with thinly veiled amusement. They claimed to fight with their bare hands. One hissed. Insane creatures. Jax overheard and smirked. Care to find out? He muttered to his crew. The catalyst was trivial, a spilled drink. One Zeltron, too proud to apologize, had knocked over a human's mug during a heated debate. Words were exchanged, escalating in volume until the Zeltrons laughed at the human's insistence on restitution. They insult our courage, Jax said under his breath. Time to prove them wrong. Before anyone could de-escalate, Jax stepped forward. You think we're insane? He shouted, voice echoing across the bar. Let's see who's really crazy. With that, he swung a chair, blocking the nearest Zeltron. Chaos erupted instantly. Humans were wired differently. In fights, they combined improvisation, intuition, and raw aggression. One moment, a human would duck. The next, they'd grab a bottle, swing it, and land a precise hit that seemed almost accidental but was deadly effective. The aliens had anticipated a chaotic brawl, but not this level of unpredictability. Every human move was unexpected, every strike calculated yet fluid. They ducked, dodged, spun, and countered with a mix of brute strength and cunning. The Zeltrons tried to coordinate, using telepathy to anticipate moves, but human unpredictability broke their rhythm. Every new strike, every feint, was a surprise. Aliens who had faced hundreds of opponents in organized duels found themselves outmatched by sheer audacity. Jax vaulted onto the bar, scattering bottles and sending drinks flying. The crowd cheered, humans and aliens alike, though most aliens were wide-eyed, unsure how to react. The humans fought as a unit, chaotic yet cohesive. One grabbed a falling crate to shield a teammate, another used a floating table as a springboard, propelling himself into the fray with a yell. It wasn't about strength alone. Humans exploited environmental hazards, improvising weapons from chairs, glasses, and even decorative neon tubes. Aliens learned too late that strength and precision were irrelevant against improvisation paired with fearless aggression. The bar's owner, a grizzled hybrid with half-metallic arms, watched in awe. He had seen brawls before, but this was unlike anything he had encountered. Humans were pushing the boundaries of recklessness, yet surviving every risk they took. By the stars, he muttered. They really are insane. Yet the result was undeniable. By the time the last Zeltron attempted to retreat, their ranks were scattered, bruised, and humbled. Humans stood victorious, breathing heavily, laughing at their own audacity. Later, the bar's neon lights flickered back to normal. Chairs were overturned, drinks spilled, and the hum of machinery returned to its routine. The humans regrouped, wiping blood from cuts and grinning at the chaos they had wrought. The Zeltrins, nursing wounds and egos, gathered in a corner. One of their elders approached cautiously, eyes flickering with an emotion alien to humans: respect. "You humans are astonishing," the elder said slowly. "Insane, yes, but astonishing." Jack smirked, raising a finger in mock salute. "Told you," he said simply. "We're insane enough to survive anything." Word of the bar fight spread quickly throughout the system. Reports of human audacity reached other colonies, trading hubs, and even military stations. Stories were exaggerated, as they always were, but one fact remained undeniable. Humans could survive, adapt, and dominate situations that aliens considered impossible. It changed perceptions. Humans were no longer merely reckless, chaotic creatures. They were dangerous, resourceful, and unpredictable. Aliens who once mocked them began to approach human settlements with caution. Respect mingled with wariness. Weeks later, Jax and his crew were invited to other venues, not to fight, but to observe, teach, and demonstrate the human approach to improvisation and combat. Their style, chaotic yet effective, became legendary, a symbol of humanity's unique combination of bravery, cunning, and fearlessness. Tara, another member of the crew, reflected on the night in the bar. "We didn't just fight," she said quietly. "We showed them why humans survive when others wouldn't. We turned their doubts into respect." Jax nodded. "And they'll remember it. Long after tonight, aliens will think twice before underestimating humans." The incident remained a turning point in interstellar relations. Humans gained a reputation not just as traders or explorers, but as unpredictable warriors whose survival instincts defied conventional understanding. Entire species reconsidered how they interacted with human colonies, now wary of the chaos that seemed to follow them and the extraordinary resourcefulness that always accompanied it. In bars across the galaxy, the tale of the insane humans who dominated a fight, armed with nothing but audacity and creativity, became a favorite story. Children, soldiers, and civilians alike recounted it, laughing, shaking their heads, and remembering that sometimes unpredictability was the greatest weapon of all. And somewhere, Jax and his crew laughed too, knowing that humans had not only survived, but proven that audacity, courage, and clever improvisation could turn a simple bar fight into a lesson the galaxy would never forget.